On a sandy beach in the middle of nowhere, my consciousness drifts. In a confused daze, I find ruins of marble and moss, and stars shining down from the heavens above. My lack of energy leads me to black out, yet the last thing I hear is someone, or something, calling out. It wasn't a sound of malice or care, but one of curiosity. When I woke again, I was on the floor of what seemed to be a storage room, greeted by someone I'd never seen before. This was Kat, the town maid of the Borrowed Nation, where I'd just been taken to. He was silent and communicated through some paper and a quill, but he was very kind and gave me equipment and food to get me started. I'd been taken in by an Enderman named Tikka, who seemed interesting. He had some weird habits, like eating spider eyes or pufferfish, and also seemed to not really react to water like other Endermen. In fact, he used a trident to sword through the skies whenever it rained, but I think the armor protected him from a lot of the water contact. I spent my first day getting to know the land I'd woken up on, learning the trade routes and getting just a little bit lost. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm not lost at all, I'm just going a longer route, yeah. I'll be fine. I know where I'm going. I also met Jayson the next day, a rabbit guy who was also quite friendly and went on a lot of trades with me, helping me stay somewhat not lost. Jayson, Tikka and Kat quickly became people I trusted to keep me safe and help me as I explored the lands and meet new people. An orc named Zog, or Zorg, no one seemed to know which it was, helped me with some of these trades and helped me meet new people, so I asked if he was going to the feast I heard of through the postboard at Agora, which were the ruins I passed out at. What I didn't know, and clearly didn't read properly, was that anyone from the Mound was banned from this event. Zog was from the Mound.
Invited him to the feast, and I've just read over the thing again. It said the Mound aren't allowed to go.
Damn.
I might have started an accidental war.
Oh.
Yeah, not the greatest thing to overlook. After telling Jayson about this mistake of fishing together for quite a while, we prepared for the worst and went to do our own tasks before heading off to the feast. The Great Hall was grander than expected, and the journey to Dragon's Keep was treacherous. I only made it in time to some adversarians from Point Astrum. I immediately realised just how many people were in attendance after making my acquaintance with Poppy, who claimed to be Lord Exodus's niece. I'd introduced myself to Exodus, who clearly showed that he was the king of Valgaria, which is an alliance between Dragon's Keep, Shroomsville and the Oasis.
I see people are investigating the statue. Very good, very good. Poppy, would you hold on to this for me?
Yes, I can do that.
Of course, of course. And to whom do I have the pleasure of witnessing today?
Hi.
Hello.
I'm Rose. A little lost, but
She's very new here.
Aren't we all a little lost these days, Rose? It is a pleasure to meet you. I am
Nice
Lord
to meet you
Exodus.
Nice to meet you too.
Of course, of course. Patron,
Yes.
I would say to stay by the door in case more people arrive. This is probably only half of the current guests, if I had to guess. We'll see, though. We'll see. It's a public invitation to everyone except the Mound. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Beautiful house, that's for sure.
Oh, why? Well, you see, the Mound, after I had fallen in the great battle at the Avacerian Tower, I was knocked unconscious and taken hostage by a piglin tribe, and they sold me over to the Mound. We'll get into that later. Yes, it is unintentional falling from another party, but I was taken captive by the Mound and paraded through the nations as they went to war with my allies, the High Spire, and I was a prisoner of war until I could make my great escape with the help of Pawn, the great adventurer. I hear he might be arriving, so a great adventurer, a legend, will be amongst us today.
What's his name?
Pawn the adventurer, legend of the Feral Kingdoms.
He's so humble.
Speaking of which, perhaps that is him.
Leave this mall.
Going a little insane. It's alright.
I found a seat and quickly saw that Tikka had already arrived. He'd bought quite a bit of food and some potions to keep Jayson and I safe, and told me that my attempt to give him directions wasn't the most useful.
Hi.
Yeah, but excess food.
They help.
No.
No.
After getting cornered by a little green goblin calling himself Gobbo,
Why have you got a diamond sword?
What?
Why have you got a diamond sword? Help, please.
Oh my.
hiding behind Poppy.
I managed to get away
You
from
must be
your
talking about
voice.
somebody else.
No, you.
I've done
Enough with
nothing.
the humble gestures here. You single-handedly
I managed to get away.
rescued me from.
I'm being pressured into playing music when I couldn't play properly yet by Tikka. Jayson had finally arrived. I hid behind Jayson throughout the feast as I barely knew anyone and was now pretty much on guard. Everyone I'd met before the feast had a bad feeling about it, but I decided to have some hope. The three of us from Borrowed Nation stuck to the wall and corners a lot, which made us seem quite suspicious, despite just anxiously hiding from any interaction. Cat didn't want to come, reasonably so, as it was quite a crowded event. I can't blame him. I was quite overwhelmed myself. He was still talking to people, and I jokingly threatened Tikka as he mentioned the irony of my lack of musical ability and anxiety as a bard. He then accidentally blew the horn I gave him as an emergency signal, causing a false start to the bank, which was not helping our case for unintentionally seeming suspicious.
Yes, if you can excuse because
That was the wrong horn. Wrong horn. False alarm.
That was mine, sorry.
It's not starting. False alarm. I did not blow. That was not the magnificent Valgarian horn. That was the. It's less of a and more of a. If that makes any
I may
sense.
be stupid. I am sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. Not exactly. I mean, it might be a good time.
The banquet finally started and it was bizarre. Exodus started talking about the mound and how he hates it. This happened.
Jump around and jump around and tell you things, show you what they're playing on their iPad. What a.
What the fuck is an iPad?
What is an iPad?
What's an iPad?
No.
Whispers of rebellion from Exodus's people were brought to attention, which I didn't really know much about at the time.
Unfortunately, within some of our alliances, there have been whispers of betrayal. Rumors and secrets have been going under. Everyone thinks they've been going under my nose, but thanks to these little birds here and those loyal to Valgaria, I have learned some of the doings across the realm.
The adversary and I saw it was mentioned and debated over. A place I've been once and didn't remember where, whilst building an outpost outside of Spruce Cove on my first day. The skulk was brought to everyone's attention, and Tikka was very excited about it for some reason. And they also talked about the underground city it seemed to come from.
I'm going to put the pieces together for you all now, since it is clear that no one else has been paying attention. A few weeks ago, before the battle, I suppose it's months at this point, Pawn and I went to a dungeon, an ancient city down below the earth. Is this true, Pawn? Do you remember this?
I do.
This is where we gather most of our finest armors. Now, down in this ancient city, it seemed to be cursed, and there is this blue growth undulating over all the temples and ruins. And we saw a monster down there, didn't we?
Where exactly did you find this skeleton? Since you seem to have known first.
What kind of monster did you?
A great blue-horned beast that chased us through the caverns.
Skull Gordons, these are.
We barely made it out. Commander Sneak went missing for a brief time before he returned. And I believe this beast is part of the reason he is now missing an eye. it was apparently infected somehow, this growth, I presume. And well, what we found was another tunnel that had been dug from the north. Now this cavern was in a mountain south of Point Astrum, and this tunnel went north. And I had asked one of your workers. Very good. Even there was nothing else north of this mountain. It is the mountain in between Shroomsville and Point Astrum. We can go there for ourselves and see. Now, there was only one other tunnel, and it led to the north. And I had asked someone from Point Astrum about this tunnel, and they had claimed, I can't remember exactly their name, but they had claimed that it was one of your people who mine, and they said that they had mined there.
Yes, from what I understand, actually, it was Doolin. You were the one who found this, correct? While you were mining.
Yes, indeed.
He found that cursed place. I think he placed the sign and then he left, from what I understand.
Yes, and that is how. Sorry, my memory's a little foggy due to falling off your bridge and being knocked out. But yes, there was a sign saying property of Avasar, don't touch this, don't touch that, on a bunch of blue glowing things. So, putting all the pieces together, it would seem that somehow either intentionally or unintentionally, these beasts have used your tunnels to get to Shroomsville. Possibly other nations as well. I don't know if you have checked any of your towns, ladies and lords, but there may be evil beasts lurking.
Can I kill them?
They're not my beasts. Go ahead and kill those beasts. You want proof of this beast? You want the proof?
Yeah.
Let me get in my chair.
Yeah, I do.
There.
I have more at home.
You what?
I have more at home.
That means nothing.
Exodus then got rid of all of his alliances except for those under his reign.
The rumors of betrayal linger. And today, as king, I have to make a decision. That decision is to revoke all alliances with nations. Everyone here at this table will be no longer allianced with Valgaria and must establish another alliance. It is only for the better of my people. I cannot trust anyone at this table, let alone those who are most suspicious. These alliances can be reestablished. Is that understood? This is not a declaration of war. This is merely revoking trust until it is earned once more.
And then a wither was spawned and nearly killed everyone.
You guys underestimated me. You see, I've done what I can to be nice, and I've tried to turn over a new leaf, but it would seem that no one else wants to do the same. What the hell? Kill that thing! Oh! Oh, Jesus! What did I tell you? I told you there were beasts here! No one leave! Stand it! Don't! No! Don't let them out! They must stay and fight! You fool! The accomplices are going to get away! You fool! Everyone stays here!
Is anyone alive? Is everyone okay?
If you value your life, come back inside. You too.
Okay. If you don't mind, can I talk to you?
Back inside.
All right.
Turn around. Everyone. The beast is slain.
Sorry, Exodus, what'd you say? I'm sorry, my ears were a bit deafened.
Gather back inside the hall.
If you don't mind, can I ask you something?
After we handle this predicament we're under.
Everyone, settle down. for one moment. Let the king explain things. Let's get to our seats.
We clearly still pose a threat to us all that we all cannot comprehend or even access as a weapon, which is the withers. So I suggest we should focus on getting weaponry that is more fit to killing the undead than killing each other.
After the Wither was killed, tensions were high. Suspicions fell on the Bloodbrood Alliance, specifically Mildred, who was, for some reason, in a bikini, and Gobbo, who'd cornered me earlier. Everyone seemed to be at each other's throats, and it was clear that trust in Bulgaria, and more specifically Exodus, was beginning to crumble. The Wither spawning took everyone completely off guard, and I started to feel uneasy about the safety of this banquet. Jayson suggested we go out to the courtyard for a while, and we proceeded to do just that. After calming ourselves, we returned to the banquet so we didn't seem too suspicious. However, we then returned to this.
I assume this is a...
Actually, Exodus, can I do it? Can I do it?
Who is this?
You're the Enderman. I have a personal disliking after the fact that your town instantly executed me.
A lot of things happening. Give Danica some room, and give room to the gods to work. Everyone, back away. Back away!
Which was reasonably startling, but not the worst thing I'd seen in my time here. Danica of the Acolytes, one of the people who had helped me with directions earlier, was imprisoned for a reason I wasn't there to witness. I hid in a corner petting a dog whilst the imprisonment was shown, just trying to calm my nerves. After a few festivities, the feast ended, and Jayson went back to fishing outside the keep, and I stayed to be more social. It did not go well, and I was still a nervous wreck, yet I enjoyed myself. After the unfortunate death of a man named Goonie to pillagers in one of the towers, Jayson and I headed home together, Tikka opting to stay a little longer. During my downtime, I spent a lot of time fishing and doing trade routes, making connections and building trust with the others in my nation. I also got very lost on multiple occasions, but found my way eventually. Terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. I met some people from High Spire whilst attempting to trade with a ton of logs, and after they helped me find my way back, I got paid in gold for it. However, ideas began circling in my head. Ideas that would shake the foundation of my safety. I had a plan, you see, to stir up conflict between Bulgaria and the Mountain Alliance again. I'd heard rumours of a Dark Lord that apparently lay dormant, and how a war had taken place not long before my arrival. This war had devastated the land and damaged nearly everyone involved, yet some seemed to have truly enjoyed the conflict. I noticed how Tikka seemed to be itching for a fight at every opportunity, how he'd do several raids daily just for fun, and also for the totems he would get. I noticed how he often started to spar with the assistant mayor of Shroomsville, Wolf. I noticed how every nation seemed reluctant to explore, likely due to distrust and a lack of resources. That evening, Tikka and I met the Pink Knight, a journalist who wrote the local paper, the Cheeky Parrot. We also met Mozzie the Mole and Lavinia, who was one of the people who helped me with directions on my way to High Spire. Many people joined after that, and I was a little nervous to meet so many people at once, despite Tikka dragging me back with a fishing rod. After a while, I decided to run off and hide, and a cog clicked in my head. I could start a conflict with this. Tikka had already gained quite a reputation for being aggressive, and I'd been joking about him kidnapping me. Then it hit me. Why don't I reach out for help, claiming to actually have been abducted by him, and use myself as a bargaining chip to cause conflict? The plan was simple, and I asked Lavinia for help after running away from Tikka. I've been kidnapped, but I'm too scared to leave.
Don't be scared, you can do it.
I can't fight, and he does raids, several raids on the daily. After some more chaotic interactions that I hid from, I decided to send a letter to Lord Exodus. I might be a bit late, but I will be back. I'm just going back to get something.
Okay.
I might be slightly late, but I promise I will be fine.
Yeah, I'll try to save you a spot.
Okay, thank you.
See ya.
I remembered hearing about potential discourse within Bulgaria about his reign, that he currently had Tikka's prized possession, the Blade of the Void. I struck a deal with him for about half our emerald supply. Roughly 21 blocks and 20 emeralds. This deal happened just before the Mound's talent show, and I asked that he return Tikka's blade in exchange for the emeralds, and that he helped me on a personal request. However, he refused to return the blade, and instead said he'd give Tikka a choice. Me, or the Blade of the Void. Feeling conflicted, I agreed with his decision to meet with Tikka on this, ending our little secret meeting. Little did I know, Tikka had shared the pigeons I'd sent him.
Jayson, join us.
What? Okay.
What is it?
What's happening?
What?
I took on the job of being the bouncer today, so I got to do my job. But you guys are still here to protect me.
Oh, I remember.
So all of us are going to act like bouncers.
For context,
today.
there's that one.
Is it wild? What's going on?
I'll hand him you.
I'd sent 2 pigeons before the meeting and afterwards, telling him the details.
What is
That's
this?
something we have to handle.
Read the warning first. I'll handle it myself. You
Rose
guys
was
go
hiding
on.
stuff earlier. I saw her get a pigeon. It wouldn't tell me what
Read
was
it all
about.
out loud.
Meeting with Exodus. If half an hour passes, an hour, that something is going to... That's where she went! She said she was going to a meeting!
Oh my god, she betrayed yous?
No, she's working for me right now. She's done something I didn't ask her to do.
He took it as Exodus threatening to kidnap me if he gave him back the Blade of the Void, which made him reasonably on edge. More importantly, Jayson had seen it. I didn't know any of this until I got back, but they planned on searching for me, worried that I'd been kidnapped there and then.
What are you
Explain to me what happened then. I don't understand.
Rose is apparently going to go trade for my sword back, but you know, apparently freedom is wanted.
What? I just saw Rose.
Yeah, that was what the pigeon thing was about. She was getting letters from Exodus, probably.
Oh shit. She's kidnapped now?
Maybe.
I told her.
Let's go. All right, everyone.
I told her I wouldn't pry to her
part of the bouncer team now. You guys, if I tell you to bounce someone, you guys bounce them.
Got it.
Okay.
Now,
no promises.
We've got to find this Rose. If Rose is here, we've got to find her. If she's not, maybe we got to. Some of us have got to go out and find her. Let's see. Let's go see. Come on.
I hadn't, and it was my own fault with vague wording. Yeah, I was running back from Agora at this point, desperate to make it back on time. I returned to the Mount Talent show a little late, but they were only just starting, and Jayson was reasonably worried. I disappeared before it was time to start and came back late, but us and Tikka decided to discuss it after the talent show.
Alright, what do you get, Steve? Please, you have the ball. Please, you have the ball. Thank you.
Where the hell have you been?
Some of you may be familiar with magic.
I'm fine, I promise.
Evokers who
I
throw fireballs and cause destruction.
And I said I wouldn't pry into your business. But that's something you should tell someone before you go running off.
Shush.
Summon
Shush. Afterwards.
creatures and things. I did not have
I felt bad for keeping my meeting with Exodus a secret, but I didn't want them to get tangled up in my mess. I was now facing the consequences of my actions, but I'd caused what I wanted to. A rift in trust. The actual talent show was fun to watch and took my mind off the whole situation. I met a few people there that I didn't have a chance to talk to beforehand, enjoying myself despite hiding again. However, I was brought back to reality as I faced the facts, and Jayson. He didn't seem too pleased, to say the least.
Bastard, we have to talk.
What?
Fucking situation with talking. The talking.
Hi.
What are we doing? I'm just waiting to get back in.
Why?
Because I have stuff I put in there that I need to get back.
Why would you leave your stuff in?
The horse was originally out here and then it walked in there because the gate was open and I didn't have a lead.
You might have to wait till tomorrow.
What?
Or later.
Where's Zog?
I don't know.
Damn it. Okay, what do you want? What do we need to talk about? You said we needed to talk? I don't know.
You said we needed to talk.
About the pigeons.
Yeah, well, why are you involved in this? What?
These ones.
Yeah. I was with her when she was was getting letters from presumably King Exodus, and I asked her what it was about, and she wouldn't tell me. And it had me worried.
I'm not dead, so that's a plus.
Damn right you're not dead.
Yeah, but what the fuck? Is he trying to take you hostage?
I think. I don't know.
If you just take a spell back.
Oh, Jade's coming. Hold on.
I mean, he didn't actually take me hostage then, which was nice.
That was a dumb idea.
I just wanted to do something nice.
There are plenty of other ways.
After our discussion and the beginning of some impromptu arena fights, I went back to Burrowed Nation to go to bed, unaware of the chaos the morning would bring. The next morning, I woke up to hear that Jayson was gone. He'd run away in the night without a word, without even saying goodbye. Some of our stuff from the storage room was missing, which angered Tikka, but I noticed they'd left the instruments and sheet music behind. As a bard and as a friend, I knew I had to return it to them, even if it was the last time I talked to them. I was then summoned to meet with Zog outside of Spruce Cove. Tikka was worried I was being accused of theft, as he'd been charged with stealing mending books the night before, but he ended up innocent. He decided he'd follow me and ensure my safety, and arranged for the aid of Wolf and Jade, members of Shroomsville. However, it turned out I was being summoned to court to either accuse or defend Tikka, and he was being accused of multiple different crimes. Zog seemed insistent on making me join the prosecutor's side, but I stood my ground, telling him I had no knowledge of Tikka being the monster he was painted to be. I'd seen him get angry before, sure, but I also wasn't dead yet, and he'd helped me out quite a bit since arriving in this realm.
No, nothing like stealing or
No stealing,
any of that.
no.
He never stole none of your items.
No, if anything, he was only giving me stuff.
Yeah, usually that's how it works when you're in a kingdom together. Seems Tikka was stealing items from Jayson. By the books, it looks like it was 2 mending books here. Got written down.
Do we know how long ago this happened?
No, I personally don't right now, but that will be brought up. See, we need your help.
I've not even been here yet, so I don't know.
That's fine. We need your help saying that Tikka stole something from you. Maybe if you could corroborate Jayson's claims, we could bring Tikka to justice.
So you want me to frame him for something he hasn't done?
No, he has. From what I can tell, he's guilty of everything that he's been accused.
What,
So
what
he's,
has he been accused of?
Okay, yeah, I'll get to that. Thievery, destruction of property. He killed someone's cat.
I haven't witnessed
The cat.
anything like that.
The cat was pregnant, Rose. He killed a cat that was pregnant. All right, so. Anyways, by the way, these mending books, they're not easy to come by.
I would know if there was a mending book because I've been trying to fish for them.
Well, apparently 2 of them disappeared. It's just you, Tikka, and Jayson pretty much at that place, right? And some other person, right?
Cat.
Yeah, Cat. Well, I don't think Cat would have stolen nothing.
No, Cat's only been ritual scabbering.
Right, and Tikka was using King Crazy's trident the other day. He ended up hurting himself, dropping it, and he almost lost it. If not for the good graces of the Pink Knight, he would have lost it.
I was witness to that.
That's right. So, I mean, the man's losing his marbles. And there comes a time where everyone needs to pay for their crimes.
I haven't seen any other than the whole thing.
Now, there's word of treachery and treason as well to King Crazy.
Yeah,
but the people that want to charge him, are not of your land. They're from this land. And the allies, Spruce Cove, Shroomsville, Dragon's Keep, is who he's messing with. Now, he thought it would be alright to get a couple of people from Shroomsville involved. Now they're betraying their oath to their king by going into the Oasis and stealing from that. Because guess what? The Oasis is also an ally of all of these people. So there's a big old web of treason that's happening right now, and people are not happy about it.
I'm not too familiar with all of these alliances, though, so I...
You should be by this point. And in time, I know you've only been here a week.
I've not been told as much. I've only been told...
I know, but you've got to get out there and discover it yourself.
I've been trying.
People in the B Nation are lying to you. You're being lied to. You're being used. And you know, who knows if you're being stolen from at this point? I mean, you said you haven't, but
I keep all my stuff very secure.
all right. I do too. But it seems that when Jayson left the B Nation, Jayson took what they thought was rightfully theirs with them, and now you've got.
From the community churches, from what I've seen.
Well, that's it's going to be something that we bring up in the trial then, because Tikka's going to be brought in for the trial pretty soon. I need you to not tell him about it either. Because the only way we're going to get him in custody is if you know, he's never going to let anyone get him into custody, and he'll rather kill all of us before he goes in.
I never agreed to
Hello. Hello. I'm not telling you that. I'm not telling you to say a lie. I'm telling you not to tell him about nothing.
You told me to advocate for him to be in prison, but I've never heard or seen him do anything that's worthy of being in prison.
I just told you 3 different things.
You've told me this, but I don't have any proof to back this up, so
There will be, listen, that's why you put people on trial. When you put somebody on trial, the proof is presented and judges make it.
Listen to me. If you can give me proof...
I can't give you the fucking proof, Rose. I can't give it to you. It's going to be presented at the trial.
I am not representing the claim if you do not give me adequate proof.
I'm not giving you proof just so you can go and burn it. I'm not doing that.
Why would I do that? If there is adequate proof, fine, I will come.
Are you a judge? Are you a lawyer of some sort? I can't give you the proof. I can only tell you what's happening.
If you give me the information to convince me that he has done something wrong, I will join, fair enough. But so far I have seen nothing that is worth this. So therefore, I have nothing to say to you.
Wolf.
I can help you.
Wolf, I'm going to need your help over here. With? Tikka, we need to bring Tikka into custody. This one's covering for him.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, we're going to have a trial at Shroomsville.
From what I can tell, I'm being hired to lie about Tikka.
You're not being hired to do nothing. I'm not hiring you to do nothing. That would be bribery.
What did he say about
More important, why did if you were the one who was here to receive me, why did I get a message from Jayson?
Because Jayson is somewhere around here, and I'm the medium that is acting on behalf of Jayson right now.
I have a fair few questions for Jayson.
I've got a fair few questions for you, especially when the trial starts. You know why? I'm gonna be the judge.
I would not trust you to be the judge, so I'm going to be completely transparent.
We've got 2 other ones as well.
From what I've seen, you are quite biased as to your
That's
judgment.
right. No, I'm not biased. What I am is very strict, and I'm going to be one of the people who are advocating for you and Tikka to hang. However,
am I here as an executioner?
However, no, I'm a judge.
Okay.
However, there are 2 other judges who are equally, if not more, unbiased than I am, and they're very smart people, and I'm going to get them involved too, and they're going to help me deliberate. No, it's not just me. There's a lot of people. In fact, there's a couple of people who are willing to make accusations right now.
Right.
So I'm just doing my best to make everyone happy. I'm not saying he did this. I'm not making accusations. Other people are. Does that make sense?
Okay.
enough with throwing accusations everywhere. When is this trial?
I'm not. I just said we're not. I'm not.
I'm moving on. When is this trial?
We're gonna try to do it whenever we can get Tikka to come into court.
When?
Either tonight or tomorrow or the next day or next week, whenever we can get him.
Okay. You're gonna have to.
If you want to be there to defend him, by all means, you are welcome.
I want no part in this. But I think it's too late for me to have a part.
You're already involved in it.
Unfortunately. I seem to have been.
When Jayson left, you became involved.
I didn't know about Jayson leaving until you told me. Jayson left without a word.
Yeah, without telling
And
you.
I'm supposed
And then
to
I was the
sit
first one to
there and
find out.
accept it?
I really was. I was the first one to find out. Jayson came right to me.
I'm supposed to just sit there and accept that a friend I trusted has just suddenly left without saying goodbye and not suspect anything's going on?
Well, no, we're telling you there is something going on. It's not me. They came to me for protection. Jayson didn't know where to go. Tikka is an animal.
Tikka has been nothing but nice.
I mean, he got Wolf to come here. He got Wolf to come here in full armor. I don't know what for. I mean, we're gonna see. But
who's Jayson?
Jayson was a part of Rogue Nation for a week or two, and then some things happened, and then they left a day or two ago.
Tikka, from what I have seen, Tikka has been nothing but nice to both of us.
Yeah, me too.
After Tikka and Zog discussed the trial, we entered Spruce Cove to see Jayson. Tikka and Zog were arguing, and Zog spoke on behalf of Jayson, but my mind felt fuzzy. Jayson was taking Tikka to court. But I snapped out of it just in time to give them back their stuff.
What was that? You can go ahead and give it to me.
Yeah. Go give the music.
You left without saying goodbye, but I wanted to give you your music stuff back, if anything.
That's a lovely gesture. Jayson, what do you think about that?
I'm not even going to be mad right now. Because you left without saying goodbye. I didn't even get to see you leave. I'm beyond angry, but I'm not going to take it out on you because you surely have your own reasons for doing
Okay,
it.
Jayson, why are you angry?
I was expecting at least an answer, but okay. Guess not everything can be happy.
It hurt a lot, only getting silence for an answer to the many questions I still had for him. I went back to the outpost I made outside Spruce Cove, trying to reorder my thoughts, and confronted Tikka about everything. So, says I want to go. What not? Says I want to go. I don't know what I'm doing. I have to go try potentially defending Tikka. I don't know what he's done. I've been here not even a week. What happened? Jayson refuses to talk to me even though I gave them back their music stuff and they ran away. Oh, how did I get dragged into this? I watched them all go by on their horse. They're not here to defend me, but... Hi.
Hi.
What the fuck?
I mean,
What the fuck was that?
got me turning up and getting shot by Jayson.
You got shot? What?
I got shot by Jayson, yeah.
What the fuck happened?
And I ripped headed over the walls and I accidentally ran into Jayson while I was trying to eavesdrop on the conversation and Jayson shot me.
No, not just that. What have you done to want them to put you on trial? I haven't seen any of it.
So, I killed my cat, which Cratron claims is his cat, even though it's not because he did not buy it from me. It was from my egg. He just tamed the cat.
That's joint custody, isn't it?
I don't know.
I
don't know the
count
laws
that
of
as
joint custody.
I'd count that as joint custody.
Not when everything has a price for it.
Ow.
You fucking idiot.
What was that whole thing? Because I've been told you're going off your rocker, but I haven't seen anything like that.
I have done mercenary work for Zog. which was paid for. Shitley, that's where I got a flute. I broke that shit immediately because it had no value to me. Apparently I stole a mending book. 2 mending books, which I was held for trial for yesterday. And I didn't. And thirdly... Is there even a thirdly?
The whole thing with Jayson?
Jayson, that's just like me wanting my shit back you stole from me.
If it's the emeralds, I'm taking full accountability for that. I took like half the emeralds before meeting with Exodus.
No, it's something else. I don't know what else to mess with.
Oh, speaking of Exodus, because Zog's planning on blowing that whole thing up. If Exodus shows up, he's going to use you kidnapping me, quote unquote. If Exodus comes to that, we have nothing because he's going to say that you're scaring me into defending you. I don't want to defend you, but I've seen you do nothing so far that what they have said. I want to stay out of this.
Well, I've literally just provided you a living space, armor, and food.
Yeah, you've provided me stuff.
While it may be forceful or not, you are not dead. You are, in fact, have the will to go wherever the fuck you want. I'm not saying you can't go here.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be in this trial, but at this rate, I might have to be.
Yeah, it's also being held tonight.
Being held tonight? I had every intention on going to that trial, and after sending a panicked pigeon to Exodus, begging him not to mention our deal in the trial, I prepared myself for the worst. What am I supposed to do? Defend a man who I don't even know? I need to tell the entire truth. Story straight, I might be okay. I don't want to be hanged. I don't want to be hanged. I don't want to be hanged. I did nothing wrong. Okay, this part of the video is out of character because I was planning on streaming the whole trial right here on this YouTube channel, which you should definitely subscribe to. After all, it was supposed to be a large moment of lore for myself, as well as Tikka and Jayson. However, that night, my Wi-Fi went out for the entire 4 hours of the trial. I ended up watching the trial through Exodus stream on my phone. Poor Exo for dealing with my terribly worded pigeon and panicking in his live chat. I'll go to the actual trial in a minute, but Exo, if you're watching, I'm so sorry for being so confusing. But anyway, back to the video. I heard about the events of last night's trial through a mix of Tikka and the people of Shroomsville, and that he'd admitted guilty to every charge. Why? I don't know. This resulted in, surprisingly, 5 minutes of jail time and 10 minutes in something called the Pit of Umag. From what I could tell, Tikka actually really enjoyed the second punishment, and imagine something like this being the case.
Gobbo sabers, you're suffering. Yes.
This is actually really fun, Gobbo. I'm so sorry. I'm autistically enjoying this shit.
Oh no, you hate.
We should have gave you a different
fucking dark magic seas to escape seas.
This feels like a trampoline.
Make a suggestion. Pretend you hate this so you can return.
Try using your
pretend
magic
like you're
return homesies.
No, I don't wanna. This is. I quite like this. I am genuinely vibing. Actually, this is.
I think we're the ones being tortured here.
How do you do this redstone?
I spent the next couple of days doing various tasks, such as finishing the arena and been building for several days. I'm meeting up with some prince of the Hellburned Isles named Trenchy, who asked him to join him in taking down Exodus. We agreed, as Tikka still didn't have his sword back, and I knew this was a better plan than what I was trying to do. I also got pressured into going on a raid with Zog and some guy named the Discount Wizard, which ended up in the death of Gobbo, the goblin who'd cornered me at the feast. After becoming an exile for about 7 minutes, I went to Dolgoroth to meet him and return what I'd managed to get of his stuff. He was quite the interesting character, to say the least. Goodbye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for bringing back Gobbo's most favorite Axies. Good luck, Seas.
Have fun. Well, that was an interesting experience. I went to bed after the arena's completion, once again unaware of the events yet to occur. We're about halfway through this video now, and I want to thank you, the viewer, for just watching so far into this video. I know it's a long one. I know my content usually isn't this long and scripted and planned out. This current section is unscripted. I just want to remind you to go, like, have a stretch, go drink some water, come back to this video for after like 5 minutes. Health is important. I'm gonna go stretch as well because I don't want scoliosis. This next bit is quite long, and this next is very long actually. This next segment of the video is probably the longest portion. I have so much footage for this bit. I'm sorry I didn't have much footage for the earlier bits. But I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, and please consider subscribing. This video took me a lot of effort to make, and just writing out this script took me about a week. And editing is probably going to take even longer. I haven't even started editing at the time of recording. I'll probably flash on screen how many days it's taken. But thank you for watching this far, and enjoy the rest of this insanely long video. I woke up to chaos in the realm, hearing through the world pinboard that there had been sightings of a mysterious portal near the abandoned village, a short distance from Agora. As I made my way to Shroomsville that morning to find people, I saw ghasts and blaze claiming the area, and this mysterious substance leaking out the portal in tendrils. This was Skulk, something I didn't acknowledge until I remembered it was the ceiling in the potion room back home. With the aid of Tikka, members of Shroomsville and Point Astrum, we managed to nullify the portal until it seemed safe enough.
Okay, yes, go and shoot.
That's a lot of blazes. Oh my god, that's a whole army of blazes over there.
Yeah, we fought 2 wardens and a wither.
Oh, ow! I didn't bring a water to bucket. You reckon if it rains, they all just die? I got it. I got one. Fuck it. Oh, you've got terrible aim, mate. Oh, there were breeze there too. Oh, never mind. Nope, nope. Running. Running away. Ow. Running away. I can't fight that. Never mind. I'm running. No, thank you. Goodbye. I thought they were weak. They're very much not weak. Anyways, after making my way back with Onyx, who told me she was secretly Jade in disguise, we alerted the mayor of Shroomsville, and I went home and traded to Shigglesworth for a diamond helmet before getting very lost again. Where's your fucking trader? There it is. Yippee! I later checked on the portal and sent a message to the mayor of Shroomsville as I was concerned about the lack of action. Judging by nightfall, I'd say probably gonna get worse. Worse, it's gotten worse. Oh, there's so many! Just run. Just run, Rose. Just run, Rose. You'll be fine, Rose. Just run. There's so many. I ended up escorting Zog and his friend to Highspire with the help of the knight named Sir Rabington, who had met along the way. After ditching them after they started talking about conflict. Alright, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. I stumbled across the war memorial that the Pink Knight had built. I learnt how devastating the war truly had been for all parties, including our nation. I didn't realise until this point why it had been so prevalent, but now I knew why people wanted to avoid another war. I still wished for it, but I had my doubts about whether or not war was truly the answer. I tried to clear my head on the ride back, sending a pigeon to Tikka about the portals, but everything felt dizzy. Zorgan mentioned the portals seemed like they were dark magic, and I was connecting dots I wasn't even sure were relevant. So we had a war against Bulgaria, allied with the Mound, and don't remember who else. Since then we want to break said alliance with the Mound. Yet the portals seem to be reappearing. And then we'll see. Oh, I hope it doesn't get worse. I took a break to calm down before heading to Spruce Cove to find people. I ended up running into Dr. Forlorn, who was very interested in what he might get from Fight the Portal. I showed him the portal and we headed back to Shroomsville, where we met up with Tikka, and then both Shank and Doolan of Point Astrum. At least, I think Doolan was from Point Astrum. I could never tell with him. We set off back to the abandoned village with the additional aid of some others. Still, I noticed that something was definitely off with Tikka. You're fine.
Feed the void. Feed the void.
I'm not going into it.
Feed the void.
No, thank you.
Feed it.
No, thank you.
Feed the void.
Are you sure it's the void?
Feed the void.
Are you sure it's the void?
I hear whispers to me.
That's interesting.
You should feed the void.
Is Crazy back yet?
No, not yet.
For reference, Crazy is the king of Borrowed Nation. Was supposed to return that day, I think. Yeah, I literally never ended up meeting him. Ironic, but life moves on, I guess. We fought the endless onslaught of guests and blazes, and I surprisingly did somewhat decently against them. Oh dear God.
Feed the void.
You having fun? You having fun doing whatever you're doing? That's a yes, okay. Oh dear God, there's a lot of them. Ow, ow. Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, God.
Oh, there are guests. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's... I think you...
Ow! I just flood it. Sick. Fuck off, Spiner. You're the least of my concerns right now. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I can't hear anything.
Did not expect this thing
This
to
is
be
why I
so
bought
fiercely
potions. Sorry,
protected.
sorry, sorry, sorry.
No, that's me, that's me, that's me.
There you go. Phantom skeleton, go away. Behind you. Got it. Oh, it's proper spreading.
Let's go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yo, we got him.
Yep. Sorry.
There's a lot going on here.
I can't see anything.
Oh, this portal's like...
I missed.
You can break?
I missed again.
No, you can't break them.
Oh, you can.
What about this?
Careful, Breeze.
Oh my days.
Is this what war feels like? Whoa, there are Vex. Oh my god. There are Vex. Careful.
Cooked chicken. Oh god. So does it stop at night or something?
I don't know. Ow. They're spawning on the...
I can take it.
They're spawning on the
Thank
skull.
you.
They're spawning on the skull. You good over here? You good?
Yep.
They seem to be just spawning on the skull. Why are more here? Fuck off. I mean, I missed! I was right next to it, how do I missed?
I see the spawner here.
There's a spawner right here, yeah. Can I break this?
Did Ragnar survive or did he die?
I can't break the shrieker. Sick. Yeah, it's daytime now, so I think it'll just be ghasts.
Yeah. Sorry, it was a little hard to hear through the screams of terror.
Like that. Got it.
Potentiality.
More importantly,
Doc-
I think Tikka
Oh my
might
God.
need some help. He is just fighting things to expand the skulk.
Okay.
We might need to get
Anyways.
Tikka out of here. However, whilst trying to clear out the skulk from the portal, I was met with sudden apprehension from Tikka. I was confused about why he kept spreading the skulk, but instead focused my efforts on keeping the area safe for now. He's trying to kill us.
Who?
He's protecting the skulk.
Let him protect his skulk, it's fine.
My worries about Tikka's behaviour were only growing, but I didn't have enough time to worry about it. However, once we had cleared the portal enough for it to be relatively safe, Tikka had been busy spreading the skulk.
Probably. Okay, well, that was interesting.
I'm, slightly concerned.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean...
Every time I go near that portal, it makes me feel dizzy.
My concern is that it is quite close to Sumsum.
I've been told it might be dark magic, but Tikka just sees it as the void.
Yeah, well, I can imagine.
He seems really obsessed with the void. It's
Let me see.
kind of concerning. Something about the skulk made me curious, considering how my previous theory of the blaze being able to appear from the skulk turned out to be false. And I wanted to know what made it so special, why Tikka was so obsessed with spreading it. So I decided to follow along, eventually even helping him. We ended up spreading the skulk for about 30 minutes, slowly making our way over to Spruce Cove. Tikka ended up placing a skulk catalyst next to the skeleton spawner there, much to Jayson's dismay. He was now a member of Spruce Cove, but I'd had limited contact with them since the trial, and ended up causing more mess for himself. He's
Yeah,
been like
it's
this since
everywhere.
He's been like this since he saw the portal.
Hey, why you skulking up my stuff?
Feed the
This
void.
is gross.
None of this, none of this.
Feed the
That's
void.
it. I'll be right back. I'm getting a potion.
He's been like
We
this
gotta put him
since
down.
we saw the portal.
We gotta put him down.
I don't think we can.
That's
I'm getting rid of this. I'm getting rid of this. Move over. Ow! Ow, there's escaping!
He's gonna fight you, stop, don't.
It's getting everywhere!
Did you break?
He took it.
No, the spawner!
Who broke the spawner?
Tikka got it.
No,
Tikka, do you have the
pick those
spawner?
spawners.
No, you broke that shit. I didn't
Oh, the
touch it.
spawner
did
broke.
not.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Sister Eden!
I guess we can never escape the wrath of fishing here, can we? Tikka now needed a total of 9 mending books, 7 for Spruce Cove and 2 more for Jayson, but that was a problem for later when we got back home. For now, we repaired our armor from battle, hung out in Spruce Cove for a bit, and then made plans to kill a rumoured wither near the Piglin region. Spoiler alert, there was no wither and we went there for nothing. I ended up calling it a night and headed back home before going to bed. Sure, the portal spawning was weighing on me, but at least for now, everything seemed under control. The next day was spent in Spruce Cove, where I genuinely just had a good time hanging out with people around me. It was nice to take a break and just get up to some shenanigans, including torturing poor Dr. Fallen with more and more pufferfish. Don't throw more pufferfish.
Doctor. How are you?
Get out, you monster.
I'd learnt that morning that Exodus had left the realm in the night, revealing to his people that he was a pirate who'd pretended to be a king for too long, and that he believed he'd brought misfortune upon his people. So Snowtail, one of the only knights left in Dragon's Keep by this point, had been appointed as the new king of Algaria, and there was no longer a need for rebellion. This honestly annoyed me a little, as all the stuff I'd been trying to do before the portal had spawned was now for nothing, but I couldn't be too upset. At least this way, my poorly thought out plan never had to bear any long-term consequence. At least, I don't think it did. Anyway, I got word from Tikka that evening about the trade route to Shroomsville being completely overrun by guests, and we ended up going to fight them together. I'd been told it was a few, but... So there's a bit more than a couple. Just a bit more than a couple. Oh, it gets worse. Yeah, it was a bit more. We then proceeded to find the other portal that'd shown up that day to clear it too, heading to the other nether island nearby Highspire. We expected to fight the portals, sure, but we didn't expect to have just so much trouble with a singular blaze spawner. Just watch. What is this wandering train doing?
Wait.
I can't place the water, hold on.
I don't think this is enough. How about, you know, we get together and we just...
Yeah,
you fucking bastard. What a beautiful place, bro. Yeah. Definitely a spawner nearby. Hold on.
Why are there so many?
Yeah, there's definitely a spawner.
I can't even hear it.
Yep.
I'm just gonna pull water.
Get on top of the water.
We should go. We should just go.
Yeah, that one we can't do.
Shortly after that carnage, we ended up at the second portal, which was, well, underwhelming. And they're definitely doing what the gods intended for us to do.
I'm just gonna loot
took me
it.
on a tour of the Dark Lord's castle, and then we went home. King Crazy had apparently returned after I'd gone to bed, ordering the arena to be moved outside the castle walls, which it never did, and that the outpost was to be rebuilt to better suit the image of Burrow Nation. This was annoying, sure, but I wasn't even too mad after finding out the gods had answered my prayers and were going to move it for me. Tikka and I sat waiting for the gods to move it before calling it a night. For now, at least, the portals didn't seem to be a threat. However, something else would come to haunt me for the rest of my time here. In the following week, I noticed something growing in the corner of my room. Skulk. It was Skulk. It started slow, but I didn't pay too much mind to its growth. It looked pretty anyway, if not slightly bizarre. My energy was more focused on preparing the arena for use, considering how I wanted to actually host an event there before Doomsday. The gods had sent a message to everyone that our lives were in danger and that we had until the 15th to prepare for the worst. Sir Snowtail, or as I should call him now, King Snowtail, had organised a final Doomsday feast for the night before, but I wanted one last event to prove that Burrow Nation wasn't everyone's enemy, and that we could have a way to release frustrations without war.
It's like his food
Fun.
chest, not a
You
single
having
apple.
fun?
Okay, let's go check
I had
the.
no plan for Satan the bloodshed around me, but I knew this one would actually kind of work. The days leading up to the event were full of more shenanigans at Spruce Cove.
Power.
Ah,
It's making him feel better.
he doesn't look like he feels any better.
The sinner will repent soon
He's
enough.
shaking the bars. He's like, "Let me out, please. I did nothing wrong."
Let me out.
And also a sparring session from the Tikka, which went about as well as you would expect. I got wiped.
Okay. I know what to do now. I see the shield just stop coming up, and I'm like, oh well, guess she's dying.
The day of the tournament had arrived. Tikka was supposed to help me with set up and running it, but since he'd overslept and didn't wake up until after the event, I was left to run it by myself. It was overwhelmingly busy, and I'd never expected so many people to actually show up to the event. I was stressed over running it, but afterwards, I looked back and saw that people genuinely enjoyed it.
It's right here.
Oh, here's the third one.
It's because I received it when I died.
Kratron is
so.
running. Where is it?
Right here. Oh my god.
Why the 3 pigeons?
I thought Jayson in the event too, finally getting to release any remaining anger or betrayal I still felt.
Attack slower, Rose.
No.
No food.
No food. Okay.
I am in charge now, not Exo.
Yes, I'm aware.
I barely won, and Jayson proceeded to knock me down immediately after, but my frustrations were released, and I no longer held anything against him. After the event was over, Tikka finally woke up, and we ended up doing a bunch of raids outside Burrow Nation again. The skull corruption of my body had slowly been getting worse and worse over the past few days, but it got significantly worse as we spread the skulk outside the walls. I fell a few times to Vindicators, but I always got back up again in the end. So the skulk slowly taking over my body. Did it hurt? Yes! It hurt a lot. But did it also make me stronger? I guess. I guess it made me stronger. Azutan, the pufferfish guy from earlier, and Poison, who was the true identity of Poppy, ended up coming back to Burrow Nation and helped us clear even more raids. Azutan was very curious about how quickly the skulk had spread since earlier and wanted to test if it spread if he knocked me down. It did, for the record, but only slightly. Buddy also ended up joining us later on, and the skulk became quite the patch by the end of it. We also actually managed to get everyone to sleep for once, which was nice. The next few days were a blur, the skulk slowly taking even more of my body. Then the day of the Doomsday Feast arrived, and we all headed to Dragon's Keep for one last celebration. By this point, I knew I didn't have much time left in this realm. No one did. I knew tonight would be my last night here, and decided there was no reason to keep any valuables safe anymore. All the horses left outside the Burrow Nation for the fighting event were fed to the skulk, including Wolf's, who I'd forgotten about keeping safe for him. which he wasn't too pleased about.
Hey, I just wanted half a stack for fucking hell.
Tikka and over here.
We have plenty.
Uh.
Wolf, here's your horse's remains.
You're first.
I gave you a warning.
I told you verbally.
I gave you
Your
a
point
warning of
just
several days.
no. Your point stands a lot weaker because I said I'm gonna leave my horse here. I'll come grab it at the feast.
I have
you
the
said
memory
okay.
of a goldfish.
Yes, but you're at fault.
I let my dog sit outside the gates, knowing I wouldn't return to feed him again. I left my Axolotl safe, took my last trade route with Tikka ever, and then headed to Shroomsville before we all made our way to the final feast. Upon heading to the feast, I got some concerned stares, but knew that if I kept smiling, they wouldn't be too worried about my health. We're all gonna die anyway, what's the point of worrying them? Some people of the realm had already left, just going through various portals, sailing away, or even meeting an unfortunate fate. Why worry them about another death? Tikka had also been corrupted by the Skulk in the past few days, but he didn't seem to care. However, Jayson didn't seem too happy to see me like this.
Hi,
I followed Sister Edith's course exactly.
I feel great.
Hey.
I died and left.
What happened?
I feel great.
I still get here before.
Oh, it got
Oh my
worse.
goodness.
Don't touch me. I don't know if I want it. Bear, do you see this, Harold?
Oh no. Oh no.
Brother Bear, how are you?
She's infected. Can she be here?
Oh my goodness.
Hiya.
To do.
Tikka, what? Oh, don't, no, no, I'm glad I left. That's scary.
You don't want drugs?
Is no one
Boring.
Is no one gonna question this?
No?
And what are we questioning?
I don't want your drug!
How long has it been in your pocket?
Get back here, you
Now you, Tikka.
Hold on, Catmu's gonna go get a fancy
growing.
outfit.
I don't know what
Catmu
to
will
tell
be
you, man.
back.
I'm growing.
Why are you holding Skulk?
It's free.
Oh, hey.
No.
Look who it is. Oh, it's free, you say?
No, don't fall for that. I don't care.
I'll give you drugs in return.
I don't want drugs.
Thank you,
too, aren't you?
Come on.
God fucking damn it.
This is not my problem.
You seem a little worse for wear.
One's on the bottom,
I feel
strong, yes,
great.
strong. Two's in the middle, carrying.
Are you sure? You seem kind of fucked up, I'm going to be honest. I feel better than ever, actually.
Do you actually?
Yeah, we both do. Like, man, we're actually vibing.
Put that thing away.
I sincerely doubt that.
Is it still
Hey. Hello.
Does
We're so
anyone know
back.
if it's still illegal to
We're so
drug?
back.
We're so back.
Oh yeah, we definitely will.
I'm gonna clean my ears because this is just.
We're still back?
So back. Me and
Oh, hello.
Rose,
guys.
look, we're different, innit?
What?
They keep spreading the void. They're infected with Skulk. They keep.
I
This is
don't know
because they
what
keep
you
spreading
mean,
the
we're
void.
different, we're the same.
I know.
My inventory.
Sir, can I drug you?
What do you mean?
Please
Uh,
stop
I mean,
trying
I'm
to
look at
drug
myself.
people.
stupid.
Because everyone's expecting to like.
That's
have to
number for you,
drop
Tikka,
bombs
but you,
in order to get
Rose.
here.
My inventory
Why?
is
Rose
full.
is still dumb on purpose, so you know.
What do you mean dumb on
Oh
purpose?
fuck's sake. I'm just gonna walk
Well
away
done.
from this party.
Everyone had a lot of fun, and I think some of us forgot that it was the end of the world. After everyone gave their speeches on how grateful they were for their time here, including me, chaos broke out due to Wolf splashing a potion of invisibility, and everyone started fighting. Ironic, considering that most of us were prepared for something like this. However, at that moment, everything felt slow. I saw Felonius throw a potion of slowness at me, so I went to hit him, but before I knew it, he'd taken my life.
Who got him?
The Skulk suddenly grasped me from inside, where his axe had hit its final blow. My body fell limp, seeping through the floor into a puddle of Skulk. The void had finally taken me, but I knew my time would come anyway. I had a cluster of people flee downstairs, presumably through Exodus's portal. I heard others evacuate, setting sail to far lands. I heard others drop to the floor, just as I did, but as I drew my last breath, I smiled. This world truly didn't have plans for our survival. I want to thank every member of the server who made this experience just so enjoyable for me on the 3 weeks that I was here. I've never played so much Minecraft in my life, honestly, and it felt surreal to wake up every day to a server that evolved overnight. I never truly got to express during the banquet just how grateful I am for every single interaction I had and how many friends I made along the way. I was happy. I spent so many nights staying up really late, especially near the end. I stayed up till 4 in the morning spreading skulk with Tikka, Azatan, and Poison. And I've just had so much fun on this server. But the people I want to thank most are the members and former members of the Borrowed Nation that I got to interact with. Jayson, thank you for all the incredible interactions we had throughout the time I was here. From just fucking about whilst we were fishing at the docks to just all of the deep, heavy lore stuff. Every time we hung out was just so fun. I don't think you're escaping me so easily. I'm not letting you go yet, you little fuck. And Tikka, thank you for inviting me to this absolute chaos on the server. You gave me so much shit so I didn't die, and we did so many raids, and had so many interactions with other people. And it was just so fun to be here. I just had a blast. Thanks for putting up with me being such a dumb fuck. I promise I'm not dumb on purpose. And thank you for letting me steal a part of your lore as my own. I also want to thank the mods of the server for actually running the server and making all of this possible. When the server returns, you know damn well I'll be back. And if the score gets bad, I'm just gonna be sad. And thank you for watching this marathon of video. What I like to call a love letter to Feral Kingdoms and the experience that I had. Even a script can't put into words just how grateful I am for everything, so I'll let my past self from the end of the Doomsday stream just explain. Well, it's been so nice to be on this server. And now I've lost all my stuff, I'm returning to the void that's killing me. It's been so nice to be on this server, everyone's been amazing. And thank you everyone who helped with the server. I'm gonna send them a last pigeon, but thank you for watching this stream. And it's been so nice to meet everyone here. And thank you so much for watching.